Hey y'all, this is Sean Browning, true historian, and today we're gonna actually talk about the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, which was a Serbian Black Hand terrorist attack, coordinated, and he was the a target that they wanted to get, but they also wounded 16 to 20 people, in addition to killing both Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife, Duchess Sophie. And on June 28th of 1914, the attack was orchestrated by 6 different assassins that were Bosnian Serbian students, a revolutionary group, but they were funded, supplied, and trained with the Serbian military revolutionary group called Black Hand. As you know, the Black Hand, or you may not know actually, the Black Hand group had assassinated the Serbian king and the Serbian queen 3 years before the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Now, Franz Ferdinand was the nephew of Emperor Franz Joseph, and he was the heir presumptive of the Austrian-Hungarian Empire. Franz Ferdinand had plans and intentions of reforming the government, as in a triad government, like a so-called three-crown government. But the Serbians and the Bosnians, they wanted a total breakaway. And a lot of them, they wanted to be basically their own government. And they wanted to be in their own extreme, a South or Yugoslavian government. And these radical military intelligence leaders was Major Tankasek and Malobolic, who was the military or the intelligence agent, and a general by the name of Dimitrojevic, my Austrian or Serbian, not great. These names are hard to pronounce. But the actual one who was successful in assassinating the Archduke Franz Ferdinand was by the name of Gavrilo Princip in Sarajevo, Bosnia, which was the capital city of Bosnia at that time, which was annexed back in 1908 from Austria-Hungary. Bosnia used to be a part of the Ottoman Empire. And the reason I'm bringing this up is we all know that Archduke Franz Ferdinand assassination was the spark that lit the keg barrels around the world that erupted in World War I. A 4-year bloody conflict brought all countries into it. Even the U.S. would join later in 1917 to 1918. But from 1914 to 1918, the Central and Allied powers would fight for many bloody years. But this was a terrorist attack because in it wasn't just, oh, I'm going to shoot the Archduke with a pistol. They had bombs. The Black Hand had armed the assassin team, all 6 individuals, with bombs and guns. Plus, they had safe houses to hide in after. But however, each one of them would fail their first attempt, and a couple of them would fail to commit suicide after their failed attempts. And it took Princip his second attempt on a miscommunication between the driver and the military officials in a reroute to the hospital to see the wounded from the earlier bombing, which took out a third vehicle in the convoy. A lot of people mistake political assassinations as, just that, political assassinations. But a lot of times, they're done in a coordinated effect with multiple individuals. As we know in America, like the Lincoln assassination, and a lot of people believe the same thing with Kennedy. But what people don't realize is that McKinley's and Garfield's assassinations in 1901 and 1881, respectively, were also coordinated by multiple individuals. Though the lone assassins acted out of influence from their meetings with other anarchists. And so a Black Hand was a guerrilla, secret military organization of radical nationalists, Bosnian nationalists, who wanted their own radical country. And we still got groups today in the world. When you look at the Taliban, they're the same way. So, a lot of people just want to focus on the fact that, he was just a noble. No, and in fact, the Austrian-Hungarian Empire would later fall after World War One, and become not what it was, which had stood for hundreds of years as a strong empire. Marie Antoinette was born an Austrian-Hungarian princess. She would, however, marry into the French Dauphin and become Queen of France, the last Queen of France. But yes, so I mean, that for right now is, and I'm gonna go through a continual series of different terrorist attacks that have happened since the early 1900s up until present, because a lot of us, myself included, have failed to realize the importance and the wreckage and all that happens here. And we have a lot of government officials today in charge. They don't want to remember the pain and suffering and how long and the failures of the past. Well, the failures of the past, they're for us to learn so that we can prevent failures of the present and future. So if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell for future videos. But today, this will be it for the Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Thank y'all. Have a nice day. God bless you, and God bless America.